Hi, we've got a 1997 Sea Ray 270 Sundancer for sale. First thing I'd like to call attention to is just the size of this boat. This is a really big boat. We've had it out in the ocean a couple of times, and we've been very happy with how this boat has handled the seas even when they get up a little rough. We've got the bow pulpit up here, which gets the anchor out of the way when you're up on the top deck. And then the Shorelander trailer has been fantastic. This is a fully welded, galvanized trailer, does not rust. It's been over the road a bunch of trips. We take it up to New Hampshire, we take it to Long Island. The trailer's been very, very solid. We've got a spare tire mounted right to the front. We've got brand new Goodyear Marathon tires. When you're going on a trip, the last thing you want to worry about is having a blowout. On the side, you can see we've got the vent for the shower in the enclosed head. We've got some sink drains. There's a port for air conditioning, so you can always just take a quick look and make sure your air conditioning pump is working properly. Got a couple of other ports over here. It's the deck drain, and then we've got the generator exhaust, and then a big aftermarket swim platform. This swim platform is absolutely a godsend to get in and out of the boat, to stand on when you're at the beach. And we've got a mount here that a pedestal goes in, and you put your propane grill right there, so when you're spending some time at anchor or with your friends, you can cook your food. The ladder, perfect, right built into the swim platform, really long. When you're in deep water and you're trying to get onto the boat, this ladder is real easy to get that first rung, whereas some of them start up here and it's harder to get back in the boat. Works very well. Tucks right in there. Then we've got a Bravo 3 drive paired to a 454 fuel injected. Motor runs great. Stainless steel propellers, some fresh paint on the outdrive, and some fresh bottom paint on the boat. Now we're in the main cockpit of the boat. The thing I like about this boat is all the space we have in the back. There's lots of room. There's a socket for your dining table in the back, and there's a folding seat here that we'll show you a little later. But when we get those out of the way, you've got a lot of room to move around when you're cruising. It's been very comfortable to move around. So in this seat, we've got some storage under here, and then in this one, a couple more storage compartments in here. This one has actually got a drain that goes into the bilge, so if you want to put some ice or some drinks in there, you can use that. And then we've got these doors. This right side is the water. We've got water hookup from the shore. We've got a spray shower, and I've got some storage for the tables, the poles that hold the tables. And on this side is electrical. We've got the shore power cord, the battery selector switch, and another set of AC outlets right there. And there's these little passageways, so your hose or your electrical cord can come out when the doors are shut. Here in the cockpit, we've got a seat that's big enough for 3, or you can just have one person here when you're relaxing, quite comfortable. We've got a bench for the pilot's station, big enough for 2 people, or you can just get comfortable with one. Got the GPS stays with the boat, nice Garmin 441S. We've got chart holder, which works very well, compass, VHF, and heat. This boat's actually got a heater. It blows warm air out right here, and it's got another port up top to defrost your window. Works really good on some of those foggy days. I've added a voltmeter here. Whenever the system is alive, we'll read the battery voltage. So we spend a lot of extended time on the boat, and sometimes the battery will actually start to, you have to manage your battery power. It'll run down as you're keeping the fridge powered, the lights on at night. So I like that. I can tell at a glance where my batteries are at. Next thing I'd like to show is, you'll notice this boat doesn't have a staircase or a walk-through windshield. It's a very sturdy windshield. There's no hinges. It's all solid. But to get up top, you use the side gunnels, which I find to be very handy. You can go up either the left or the right side, and it's a quick step up. You walk right along the side. This can be really good when you're tying up with other boats. You can stand anywhere alongside the boat. The rail keeps you really secure. You can reach, you can fend, you can tie up, and you can get all the way to the front. All the way to the front. So up here you can see we've got a spotlight. Remote spotlight's great for coming into the dock at night. We've got our power windlass, so you can remote retrieve and deploy your anchor without leaving the pilot station. Got some foot switches up here. You can actually run the windlass from up here, if sometimes that's handy. And you've got a compartment here if you ever have to adjust the rode. I haven't had a problem with that, but sometimes you want to play with the anchor rode as it's either deploying or retrieving. You can get at it right through that compartment. You got 2 hatches on this boat, plenty of ventilation for down below or letting some sunlight in. Another nice thing is, once you're at anchor, put some towels, some pillows out here. It's a nice place to lay out. Down in the cabin now, you can see we've got a lot of headspace. Plenty of room to stand up and move around. We've got the galley with a sink and a new stove we put in, glass top stove. It's nice, it keeps the countertop clear. You can see the control panel, you do all your AC power over here. You've got your selector between the main shore power, you switch over to your generator. You can control all your breakers, and you can actually start and stop the generator and run the bilge blowers, all from down in the cabin. Got the microwave, got a light that actually has DC or AC. You can run that on batteries or on shore power. And one of the things I really like about this cabin is the cabin main switch. There are a lot of different cabin lights here, and it'd be easy to forget a couple if you're trying to shut them all off. You flip that one switch. If you're leaving the cabin, you want to make sure everything's off, and it shuts off every light. And then when you turn it back on, the ones you had on just comes back just the way you left them. Here on the right, we've got the enclosed head, vacuum flush toilet. We've got some photos of this if the camera can't quite get in there. The other thing that's an interesting add-on for this boat, when you're off in the ocean, it's got the macerator discharge. Not for inland water, but if you're out in the middle of the ocean and your holding tank is getting full, you can discharge through a macerator. Here I've got the front bed made up into the dining setup where the table is out. And way up here, actually have access into your anchor locker. If you ever need to do anything with that, that's how you get in there. Over on the side, you can see that we've added an LCD TV with DVD player. And I've also added some 12-volt power ports here, so you can charge your cell phone or plug in anything that requires 12-volt. iPods, laptops, what have you. You also see the controller for the air conditioning, which doubles as a heater. This is a reverse cycle system. In the cold weather, it can run heat throughout the entire cabin, which has kept us warm on nights in the 30s. It's incredibly effective. And then the air conditioning is absolutely phenomenal. In the back, you can take a peek. That's the mid-berth cabin, large enough for 2 adults. You kind of come in, sneak your legs over to the side. Full grown 2 adults, no problem.
I ain't rich, but I damn sure wanna be. Working like a dog all day ain't working for me. I wish I had a rich uncle that'd kick the bucket and I was sitting on a pile like Warren Buffett. I know everybody says money can't buy happiness, but it can buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull it. It can buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. They call me redneck, white trash, and blue collar, but I could change all that if I had a couple $1 million. I keep hearing that money is the root of all evil, and you can't fit a camel through the eye of a needle. I'm sure that's probably true, but it still sounds pretty cool, 'cause it